So today we're out here on a property, hunting land. Had me cut in a pretty lengthy road. We're also doing two 1 acre food plots. As you can see, I got my grapple on my machine here. That's for dragging the big trees out because he doesn't want to spend the money to grind all those up. So we're just stacking them in, kind of making a funnel for the deer to run in to the food plots and whatnot. So yeah, I was gonna walk it, but nobody wants to watch that for that long. So I got my GoPro on my machine. I'm getting ready to head down there. Anybody else looking for, any clearing done, backyard expansions, septic systems, you name it. Lone Wolf Land Management's got you covered. My going rate for forestry mulching is $125 an hour. A lot of people's like, oh my God, that's too cheap. Not really. I'm not trying to break anybody's pockets. Like the idea of helping people out that need a fair deal. I mean, $250 an hour seems a little extreme. That's what the average people are charging. Yeah, if I got to do that, I'm just going to keep the machines to do the work I need to do. But as a whole, yeah, I'll take you on the trail, show you what I got, and then we'll move from there once I get down there, and I'll explain to you what we're doing. Thanks. All right, and away we go. Well, maybe. There. So yeah, this is a little spot I cleared out just to pull my tractor in each day, as well as I don't know, it'd be a nice little spot with a few trees here for a picnic table or something along them lines. Got a lot of rain last couple of days, so this works out good. I'm able to check and see how bad it is. It looks pretty good though. I think after letting it dry out today, let's have a bunch of sunny days coming, so that's always a bonus. So yeah, this is the trail. It was all just really thick stuff like you see on the sides ahead here. Quite a few trees. Got a couple trees right there. I'll probably take down in the end just to get them out of the way. Grind the stumps down. There was another one here we got rid of it. But yeah, all this was really thick trees and brush. If you look left or right, you can see. And the spot that I'm working at with the food plots, the biggest issue I'm having there is it's just so thick and dense and there's no real clearing. On the first one there was. I could chop trees out, drag them over and stack them. But this other plot I'm doing is so dense. Once you cut them down, a lot of them want to stay standing, leaning up against another tree. So you got to try and pull them out from that. And then the ones that land in the middle, well, you can't pick them up and go anywhere with them because there's trees all around them. I mean, it's literally, in some of these trees, just rows and rows of them, 10 inches apart. That makes it pretty tough. Now, if you look through here, that's one of the beauties of cutting trails. I can cut tons of trails during the day's period, just for the simple fact that I've got a little bit of a leeway to make sure I don't run into anything that takes a long time to cut down. And with that, something fell on. But with that being said, you want what you want. When it comes to cleared out acreage wise, that gets a little different. Sure, I mean, people talk all the time, oh, you can do an acre a day for forestry mulching. Well, yeah, if you've got, only 20 trees and the rest is just thick bramble and stuff, it's really hard to make those statements. And that kind of drives me nuts when people get online and do make those statements, because spot's different. Like I got a bunch of soft maple here, and then also, you know, hard cherries. Well, there's cherry trees. I'm looking at several of them right now. That's a different ball game altogether. And if you ever notice on a lot of people's videos, I mean, besides the obvious time lapse, there's a little bit of a speed up in the editing, right? Because it looks more impressive to see that machine is eating something alive. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do great. They do real great. Now, if you look here, getting ready to go to the first food plot I dig, it's done. And then there's a path right here that I cut in the other day to head to the second one. There's a stone wall here. This used to be an old farm a long time ago. Been kind of sitting dormant for a while. That's why all this has grown up. I cut all this in. Like I said, you're going to come to the first food plot opening here. It's took quite a minute to get that done. Here's a bunch of the trees that I cut down and piled up, and then a bunch of that, you know, a whole bunch of that ground. Look how dense all that is back there. Come up here, because the second food plot I'm working on is on the other side of this wall. As you can see, there's my forestry head sitting over there. But I got a lot cleared out the other day, surprisingly enough. And I'm going to be working on getting some more out of there, but she's a slow goer too. But awesome. So yeah, that's what it all looks like. This mulches up nicely. That was all cherry trees, soft maples. Now, you know, soft maples even have a challenge too, because they want to splinter up and, you know, act like a cotton Q-tip. Yeah, you can see how this is. This right here looks pretty small. Now, what I've already worked on, this is over here, was about, I don't know, 6 hours. Hold on, I'm climbing over the rock wall. 6 hours last week. This was all just is denser than this right here. Like I said, there's the stone wall that divides it. I think runs all the way down. It's a 70-acre property and runs all the way down it. Here's my McLaren forestry head. I'm going to do a product review of that. She needs a little cleaning off, obviously. As you can see, they get pretty dirty. Actually, I spent a whole day the other day just cleaning the skid steer. But yeah, I've got some carbide knives to put on here as well. Good piece of equipment, really is. They're pretty expensive, but as a whole, really good equipment. Now, as I will say later, customer service could be a lot better. Even when they scramble to do really well, they still fall, you know. I don't know how many of you people have dealt with, you know, you order something and you kind of want a tracking number so you know when it's coming and you got to beg for it. Like, I think this day and age with the technology, and the reason we love all our technology is because it informs us on everything, that technically we should be obvious that we're getting a tracking number. And I don't know, it gets a little crazy sometimes with people, but yeah. So again, that's that path right there that I cut to the second plot. And I've cut around there. There's another trail. You see the orange flags. There's another trail that they want me to cut in that connects to the trail we were just on. So I have, you know, I feel like I should be able to clear all this, the rest of this, tomorrow, because I'm gonna work tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, and be thinking about my mama all day Sunday while I'm doing it. She wouldn't want me sitting at home on my ass thinking about her. I know that. I can hear her now. Child, if you can go work, you better go work. Don't worry about me. But ain't that what mamas do? But yeah, if you look way back there, you can see some more trees down. I'll walk back over here. The ground is actually surprisingly good. It's going to be really nice tomorrow. Here's what we have. And again, I'm going to time lapse all this too, starting tomorrow. And I may, when I go to cut the trails in, time lapse that. I realize that I'm not keeping this camera just kicked it, keeping it very square, but I'm not really holding a selfie stick. I'm holding a tripod. Yeah, you see the conundrum, right? You come in here, and back here, I laid a few logs over there, but it's real rocky ground and high. I mean, you know, when you're driving a skid steer, there ain't really Baja suspension on these things. You know, you're going straight up and you're going straight down. I've had some nice headbutts onto some steel that split my head open. So, mind you, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, so that's my fault. But yeah, there's a lot laid down here on the ground, but you got all these trees everywhere, like these cherries. You know, I try and leave them for last, but they're in my way. Try and pick one of these up and drive anywhere with it without a, you know, skidder of some sort, you know, or a grapple. I've got my grapple bucket, but it doesn't perform as on small trees, pulling them out as well as I'd like it to. So anyway, and usually most of this I'll try and grind the heads, the broccoli heads off all the trees, right? And then I've got logs to contend with that are a little smaller. But that's the long and short of it. Show you more. Like I said, I'll do a time lapse of some stuff in the rest of a few days. There we have it. Again, anybody has any work out there that wants to get done, I'll handle anywhere in Western New York, further if the conditions are right. I mean, I'll go all the way to North Carolina to do work if somebody's got enough work for me. My plan is keep my butt in the machine and keep it pushing, and for a reasonable price. So there's that. That lonely tree, I don't know why I didn't clip it down. Must have not even paid no mind to it. But all right, and that's it for now. Lone Wolf out. here we go. It's just about dark. I think it's 8 o'clock, or getting dark anyway. Got quite a bit done today. Looks pretty good. Ground down a lot of the stuff that I'd already put down. The small stuff is just easier to grind it up than to try and grapple them all together. I mean, it's obviously up to you. Like I said, we got tomorrow. I could start over here. I'm not sure what I could get done in the 8 hours we got left on that one. cutting in some trails, coming up this hillside. Just having a good old time, beautiful day. And then this happens. Right at the top of the hill. Hell, I can barely stand straight. So yay, I get to put a track on tomorrow morning. I'm so excited. We'll show you a little bit of that tomorrow when it happens. Beautiful day out here in Clarendon, New York. Nice western New York sunny day with temperatures like, I don't know, I don't think it's supposed to be much more than about 56, 60 today, which is absolutely beautiful when the sun's shining. So yeah, job is done here. 2 1-acre food plots and a trail network going all the way around the 70 acres and through it and here, there, and everywhere, really. I'm not going to walk the whole thing out. I'm just walking back to my truck because that's just how that's working. Beautiful piece of property. Gets a little wet when it rains, but it's got so much bedrock underneath it that it drains quickly, which is nice. And the amount of deer out here, I'm not going to tell you where it's at because that wouldn't be very nice, but oh my God. It's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. And these deer are a trip because I'm out mulching and raising holy cane and the skid steer, and they're walking right beside me looking at me like, what are you doing? It's like the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. But matter of fact, I was coming in the other morning, something just ran across the road there, but coming through here the other morning, and a deer jumped right over my forestry head. But yeah, they're loving all the trees that I knocked down because now they got access to maple leaves and stuff that they don't have much access to because they've already chewed the ones they could reach. All sorts of mating going on out here too, so it's definitely not going to be any kind of shortage anytime soon. Well, anyway, that's it for right now, and on to the next one. Pretty wild. They're all right here, just chowing away on the piles of trees, taking the opportunity to get the leaves they can't get normally, and not even really fazed by me. They look at me every once in a while, but they're running all over the place right now. Plot there, and I started working on some of the path there. I got out to the logging road you were talking about. Kind of wet back there. I was looking around for your other trail, couldn't see it. We'll get together tomorrow on that one.